Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So, on this video I am going to do a season update, and I am in the Big Al Winter account. And as a lot of people know, the team that I am with is MACE, which we are partnered with Grand, which are pretty much going to be partners. It seems like a lot of interchangeable people helping each other out. MACE is the team that came up that started 3 seasons ago with the Content Creator Bash that was supposed to be, which didn't turn out too well. But, anyways, let's get into the season update. First and foremost, we are on day 42, and the countdown timer can't come quick enough. So, let's take a look at the leaderboards. First, most important, is the fellowships. You have 1T in order in first and second, which I am very glad that I was wrong about them coming into the season. At the beginning of the season, I had a feeling they were going to just mow over the entire map and make it all owned by them. Well, from what I've heard, they have been really good with diplomacy. They have been pleasant to work with. They do know they are the absolute powerhouse in the server, but they haven't really mowed over everybody. They have done what they needed to do. They've done what you're expected to do as a team. But it's very good to see. And again, I'm not part of any of the diplomacy or anything like that. But I'm glad I was wrong about how they came into the server. So you have Grand and Mace in third and fourth. You have Seam and HOFD from Arnor in fifth and seventh. The Pinkertons in sixth. For Gundor, Angmar Wine is number 9. You have the 1TT, which I'm going to guess is pretty much Order and 1T's alt accounts. And then I'll scroll through and show you a few of the other teams in the server. So, faction points. One thing that I am very glad to see. This faction points is based on merit, on taking other enemy tiles, sieging enemy stuff, killing defenders at keeps, doing siege at keeps, and all for the first occupation, and things like that. Merit is generally the one that contributes the most points to your faction points. So, as you can see, Alexander the Great is first, Thuff is in second, and iPhone is in third. And again, this is for faction, so this is just our Lothlorien team. And as you can see, I am here in 55th. I'm going to scroll through the top 20. And I'm very happy with 55th considering I had very limited time to play for the last month. So, you see Big Al's in 55th, so I'm happy with that. And then I also have the Forgotten account here in 70th. I know the season's not over, but I'm happy that they are in the top 100 for faction points with my limited availability. Best farmer in Middle-earth is Scarlett Johansson. And then a Chinese person, sorry, I don't know how to read it. And then Hobman from Grand is in third. And I'll scroll through the top 20, 25-ish, just so you can see some of the names here. And it's funny, I know some of these guys from Order and 1T, and then I know Grand and Mace from the last couple seasons, but Thuff the Magic Dragon is somebody I have known for many seasons. Used to play in Toby, used to play in X-Hub, so that's good to see. We will go to the merit boards, and it's no surprise, Order and 1T are pretty much going to dominate the merit boards. We do have Alexander the Great here in 6th, and if you remember, he was first in faction points as well. So I'm just going to scroll down here. Wow, Thuff's in 21st. Good job, Thuff. Because this is definitely a harder server. Order and 1T are definitely the powerhouse. So it's good to see some of our guys in there as well. Luca and Fangs in 50th. Good to see. 9X in 52nd. 9X, you better get your butt in gear. You can't let Fangs beat you. So, there's that. Let's go to the map. And as you can see, we are Lothlorien. We are the yellow. We have moved over into Angmar as well, so that we could fight Angmar. Fight Angmar, Arnor, and at this point, it's pretty much all just PvP. Can anybody take a guess who the maroon is? That's right. Order and 1T. So they obviously have won. They've taken the ring. They have, let's count how many capitals they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 capitals. We have our 3, which we should be ending with 3. We have set up PvP with 1T and Order on the passes, and in Withered Gardens is a 1T Grand kind of fight, just for fun, battling over some ground and whatnot. Over here you have Order has made it all the way over to the west, and they're fighting some of the Arnor and Gundor. And then Angmar, we've been fighting a little bit. As you can see, there's no big pins over here. It's just a little bit here and there. There's another big pin. Show you this one, which this one has slowed down a lot. It's usually around 8 million. And then you have the Withered Gardens one at 8 million. So, like I said, it's pretty obvious what happened in this season. But we were able to have some fun. With the PvP, we've been growing as a team, things like that. I am going to show you what I am working with. And again, this is my third and smallest account. So I am running Frodo as my main, and as you can see, he has purple. One of the great things about Frodo, he performs better as a tank with purple gear than any other commander does with purple gear. Certain commanders that you use as tanks, they need gold to be effective at all. We have Gandalf the White, which I got to respect too, so White Council. So I'm happy with his gear that's starting out. I got Dwalin over here, and I have Gimli as the second damage dealer. And as you can see, no Palantir, no Drums of Barad-dûr. And then for the second team, I'm going to actually click on my second team because I've been moving things around. Just trying different combos. Using eagles sometimes. Okay, and then here's my B team, which I have Boromir, Gandalf the Grey, Erebor, and Faramir. And as you can see, they get, the scrap gear because that's the B team. A team gets the best. So I do have a couple reports that I will go through. These are just a couple over the last couple days. I've been fighting Angmar with this account, which is a lot better fit than this one trying to fight Order or 1T. Been fighting Terran a lot. He really needs to get the Swan Knights off Gandalf the Grey, but that's what we're looking at, and he's a newer player as well, and I'll show you his gear. Respect 7, Gandalf the Grey, 8, Gimli, and 4, Dane. So, as you can see, he is bigger than me. And then we drew that out, and ultimately I lost that fight. MN is another one I've been fighting a lot, and this was with Boromir with the B team, which I was actually quite happy with this. Outlevels me. He's using Azog. You got Sauron, Lurtz, and Shadow. I think I would switch the helmet and the accessory on Lurtz and put that on Shadow. I think you're going to get more damage output out of Shadow. we have Lucius Devil, and it's nice getting to know some of these Angmar guys. I've talked to a few, helped a couple of them with their gear and with their formations. So that's going good. Although, if I were you, switch these two skills. Put the 10 points in Guthier for the R2 and 1 point in there. Because here, the Keen Eye is going to help you against people that have evade with Gil or Boromir. Plus you get the extra focus damage. He's got Shadow R6, which I like to see. Shadow is truly a beast, and I love Shadow. And then he's got his Witch King here. And that was against the B team, and then I have it here against my main formation. So, as you can see, a draw, which anybody knows, because I don't spend, that's pretty much what I'm looking to try to do, is get draws. This EC King is definitely one of Angmar's bigger guys. As you can see, I drew on him barely, but it did cause a draw. And he's got Z11 Gandalf the White. He also was running some classic gear. Dane R12, King of Men R15. That's what I thought. And an R7 Witch King. So he's definitely one of, I think he might be the biggest guy in Angmar, at least the biggest that I've seen. And then we also have Villain Dance down here, who was trying out a colossal army, large units, different kind of mix, and I don't think it's working for him, especially if I did that much damage to him. So we'll look at what he's got. He's got all classic gear. I'm surprised I didn't look at this report before. Okay, stun. It's got the evade, and I'm going to assume the initiative. Yep, and the melee initiative. Curran. Really? He went with a fortitude of evil men all the way across the board. That's rare to see, is getting those fortitude ofs. Let's see. I know what that is, and then attack focus. Okay. Okay. So, a lot of classic gear. So he must be just coming back into the game, I'm going to assume. So, there's the reports. As again, that countdown needs to start. I'm glad I was wrong about ordering 1T at the beginning of the server, thinking they were just going to paint the entire map maroon, which, in all fairness, they could have. Like I said, diplomacy went well. We've had these PvP areas and borders, I don't know, at least 10 days. I want to say it might be even 15. But it is what it is. And at least we're finding some fun and activity. Growing as a team. So that's all I got. So, I'll tell you about the future. So, as I've said before, Big Al, my main account, is going to Toby for the Mega server at the beginning to middle of July. 8 of the biggest teams in the game will be in that server, so it should be a lot of fun. This account, Big Al Winter, will be sitting out, and Forgotten, that right now is in Grand. Forgotten account will move over into MACE, and I'm still going to be there helping people with their gear, commanders, pretty much whatever they need while I'm doing the Mega server. Hopefully, I get lots of content with the Mega server. There's going to be quite a few content creators inside of that server, so we shall see. So that's all I got. So As always, make the most out of what you got.